Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to Tisha Tank. I'm Tisha, and I am breaking down the brilliant, brave, and bodacious aspects of B3 Media Productions. This is like a director's cut where I'm going to show you the different techniques and tactics that we use to produce this fantastic content and give you a sneak peek into, some of the crazy things that might have happened on set. So yesterday we talked about TKO talks, and today, and I shouldn't say this honestly, like if somebody feels some kind of way, please forgive me. And I might end up saying this on every show, but Brunch with Bosses is today. Brunch with Bosses is like one of my babies because secretly inside, I kind of always wanted to do a show like this. And Giselle had this vision for this show, but she wasn't quite sure if we were going to be able to pull it off. And so she was like, oh, well, maybe we can just do brunch at someone's house until, and I'm like, no, wait, no, like, were you kidding me? Like, diners, drive-ins, and dives, like, that's my show. I love food shows. I've always wanted to go into a location and just film the location and eating and just that whole thing. I just love all of that kind of content. So I was like, no, we're filming a show. You find a restaurant, we're going to make it happen. And so she was like, okay. So she was really excited. And that's a one thing that I want to talk about. A great producer is going to make the vision happen. So many times people come with ideas and you're like, oh, we can't do this or we can't do that. No, make it happen. Find a way to make it happen. There's always a way to make it happen. You wouldn't believe what people go through to create a set. And you have no idea that there's like 10 people holding up a sheet and a curtain, and there's just some crazy things going on back there. Make it happen. Because when your talent gets on set and they know that their vision is coming to light, they're going to give you some good stuff. So I said, no, we're going to a place. She found this fantastic restaurant in Sicklerville, and you got to call in advance. You have to set it up with management if you want to do something like this. Okay, guys. And first I'm going to talk about the brave part. Okay. On this one, because I didn't scout the location. Production number one. Okay. 101. Scout your location. Don't just go to a place and just think you're just going to shoot. You don't know what's going on in there. You don't know what they got going on. You don't know what it looks like. You don't know what kind of lights you need. You just don't know. Right. And I didn't do this because I'm just guerrilla. I'm used to just pulling out the camera and just doing what I do. So we get there. It's a full blown DJ in this restaurant, and he is loud. Okay. And I expect this in like, some of the hood brunch spots, like DJs, music too loud. I did not expect this in this like, nice regular establishment in the suburbs. Like, no, they had a DJ. He was popping. It was fantastic. And so I was just thankful again. They should be sponsoring me at this point because I use my Rode lavalier mics. They are fantastic in quality and sound. Once you put things in post meaning when I put things in the computer to edit it, there's some cool things that you can use to kind of isolate your voice to make sure that you can kill out the background noise. So thank God I had those tools and it worked. Thank God Will had his special lights that we could put up because there was not enough room to put light stands up. It was just a lot of unknowns, and we had very little time because we had a second shoot to do right after, but we made it work. And so we made a lot of brave moves that day. She filmed outside of the restaurant. There was a car wash across the street, and every time she wanted to speak, it was vacuum and air dry time. So it was just a lot of unknowns. We made it work, and I don't know. That's why I love production. Now on to the bodacious side. Again, I talked about this with the TKO Talks director's cut. If you haven't watched it, make sure you go back and watch it because I really get into what makes a great host, what makes that host fantastic. And biggest thing is they are asking bold, like just really out there questions because television production, all of it has to be entertaining. If no one wants to hear a boring conversation, I don't care how inspirational it is. You got to give me some juice. You got to give me some sauce. You got to make it sexy. And Giselle really asked Kenya some personal questions. She asked her about her bankruptcy. She, made her kind of go there about the tough times about her business. And I just really loved how she just weaved in those questions and made it seem real conversational.
We know, right? Because y'all, we have been in business, we've been walking through it.
Yeah.
What would you say was the biggest setback
Ooh,
in business? Just overall, what was your biggest setback, and how
biggest
did you
setback.
overcome that?
So biggest setback. It's literally ongoing. It's ongoing. So the biggest thing is sales
Mm.
and consistency in sales was one of our biggest challenges. But I feel like most recently we got real clear on.
She didn't have any notes. She didn't have a teleprompter. Giselle is the real deal. Like, Giselle is a fantastic communicator. And again, going back to TKO, having her and TKO in the same set was like just a breath of fresh air, because both of them are one takers. You don't need to reset them. You tell them to go and they just go. So that is what I absolutely loved about that episode. And brilliant. Just the idea of brunch with women who are bosses doesn't sound out of the box, but it's brilliant in a sense of we are making content for women. We love brunch. We love talking about what we got going on over brunch. And we love seeing other boss women. So when Giselle put all those concepts together to make this show, I was just like, this is brilliant. This is amazing. And I like to, this is like another reason why it's like my baby, because I'm a boss in my, as well. Okay. I need to be a guest on the show, Giselle. Um, there's multiple ways that I make a couple dollars here and there. And I just love women who are doing all these boss moves, and they're also mothers, they're also wives, they're also caregivers. And so the idea that Giselle created this show, her being a boss herself and just really giving us a glimpse into other boss women's lives, was just brilliant. I just want to give a shout out to Giselle on creating a fantastic concept. Again, Will for holding us down in the videography. Also to the restaurant that hosted us, and TKL for just sharing her story with us. I love production. Thank you for letting me break this down for you. If you want to ask me any questions about the show, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you have any suggestions for me, pop them in there. I'm always learning. I'm always growing. And until next time, thank you for watching Tisha's Take. I'll see you tomorrow where we break down Girl, I Got You. Peace.
Are you looking for compelling and relatable content? Well, look no further than B3 Media TV. Our lineup of shows explore the diverse experiences of women that are both entertaining and thought-provoking. We are B3 Media TV.